The audience was primed for the usual spectacle. Whoopi Goldberg and Johnny Depp had traded quips backstage, something about rum and bad wigs, and the show was set to glide in on charm and nostalgia. No one in the studio, no one at home, could have guessed this would end as the biggest scandal of 2025. But first, it all looked perfect. Now, if you're watching this at 2 a.m. with cold pizza, drop the time in the comments. Hit subscribe. Ring the bell. Let's go. The lights dim to a warm amber. The band eases into a muted groove. The camera glides across the curved set, sleek chrome, velvet chairs, the faint scent of dry ice. Whoopi enters first. Black blazer sharp as a blade, sneakers scuffed just enough to say I've earned this. She doesn't walk, she owns the floor. The applause swells, then settles. She sits. Crosses one leg. Leans in. Whoopi, Johnny Depp, ladies and gentlemen. Still smells like patchouli in trouble. Laughter. The camera cuts to Johnny. He's already there, slouched, boots crossed, rings catching the light like tiny warnings. Hair a controlled storm. Eyes half-lidded, but awake. Always awake. He lifts a hand. Not a wave. A salute. Johnny, Whoopi. You still the only person who can roast me and make it feel like a hug. Whoopi, don't get soft on me now. We've got 40 minutes before the censors wake up. The audience chuckles. The rhythm is set. Easy. Familiar. Like two old pirates swapping stories over grog. The first segment is light. Pirates' memories. The time Jack Sparrow's wig caught fire. Whoopi mimics the flailing. Johnny grins, teeth flashing. The camera loves him. Always has. Whoopi, you ever miss him? Jack. The chaos. Johnny shrugs, he paid the bills. Kept the lights on. But he also kept me in character. Sometimes too long. A beat. The audience leans in, sensing a shift. Whoopi doesn't let it linger. Whoopi, speaking of lights, new film. The Last Duel. You play a man who loses everything. Again. You picking these roles, or they picking you? Johnny smiles, thin, maybe both. Maybe I just recognize the mirror. The camera zooms. His fingers tap the armrest. Once. Twice. The sound is soft, but the mic catches it. Tap. Tap. Like a countdown. Whoopi, let's talk mirrors. You've been quiet lately. Not the usual press junket circus. What's that about? Johnny leans forward, elbows on knees. I got tired of smiling for people who already decided what I am. Whoopi raises an eyebrow. And what are you, exactly? Johnny, after a breath, a cautionary tale with good bone structure. Laughter again, but thinner. Whoopi doesn't laugh. She watches him. The way a card player watches a tell. Whoopi, you sued a newspaper. Called them liars. Won. Then lost. Then won again. That feel like justice? Johnny, quiet, it felt like bleeding in public. The studio quiets. The band doesn't play. The camera holds on his face. A bead of sweat at his temple. The lights are warmer now. Or maybe it's just him. Whoopi, you ever think the public wanted the blood? Not the truth. Just the fight. Johnny nods slowly, they wanted a villain. I gave them one. Then they wanted a victim. I gave them that too. Funny how the script flips when the ratings dip. Whoopi leans in, so what's left? When the story's over and the cameras stop? Johnny, eyes flick to the lens, then back. What's left is the part they don't film. The 3 a.m. version. The one where you realize the monster and the hero are the same guy. Just depends on the angle. A pause. The kind that hums. The audience shifts in their seats. Someone coughs. Whoopi, you're saying the system chewed you up. But you built half of it. The mystique. The myth. You sold the fantasy. Johnny, voice lower, I sold the escape. People needed it. I needed it. Then they decided the escape was the crime. Whoopi, soft, almost gentle, you still believe in redemption? Johnny, after a long beat, I believe in mornings after. Whether you deserve them or not. The camera cuts to Whoopi. Her fingers rest on the glass of water. No sip. Just pressure. The ice cracks. Whoopi, let's talk about the trial. The texts. The audio. You said things. Ugly things. In anger. In pain. You regret them? Johnny doesn't blink. I regret the microphone. Not the words. A ripple through the crowd. Whoopi tilts her head. Whoopi, you're saying you meant it. Johnny, I'm saying I was heard. Finally. Even if it was the worst version of me. Whoopi, quiet, and the best version? Where's he hiding? Johnny smiles, but it doesn't reach his eyes, probably in the same place as yours. Behind the laugh track. The air changes. The lights feel harsher. The camera zooms tighter, his eyes, her eyes, the space between them shrinking. Whoopi, you came here to promote a movie. But it feels like you're settling a score. Johnny leans back, slow, maybe I'm just tired of pretending the score doesn't exist. Whoopi, after a beat, you think I'm part of it? The machine? Johnny, soft, you're the gatekeeper, Whoopi. Always have been. You decide who gets absolution. Who gets the close-up? Whoopi, voice steady, and you? You want the close-up now? Johnny, look straight into the lens, I want the truth to stop being a cameo. Silence. The kind that presses against eardrums. The red tally light blinks. The floor manager freezes mid-gesture. Whoopi's hand hovers over her cards. She doesn't flip the next one. Johnny's fingers stop tapping. His jaw tightens just enough. The camera catches it. A flicker. A crack. Whoopi, barely above a whisper, you sure you want to open this door? On live TV? Johnny, voice like gravel, I'm sure I'm done knocking. The studio holds its breath. The lights buzz. The glass of water trembles slightly, vibration from the stage, or something else. Whoopi looks at him. Really looks. Not the host. Not the icon. Just a woman seeing a man unravel in real time. She doesn't speak. He doesn't either. The camera doesn't blink. And in that silence, thick, electric, unbearable, the first real fracture appears. Not in words. In the space between them. Where control slips, and something raw bleeds through. The audience doesn't move. The clock ticks. The red light stays on. But something has already ended. And something else just begun. The silence stretches. Not empty. Loaded. The kind that makes the floor manager's headset crackle louder than it should. Whoopi's eyes don't leave Johnny's. His don't leave the lens. The tally light burns red. Unblinking. Whoopi, soft, almost private, you want truth? Fine. Let's have it. No cards. No cuts. Just us. She sets the note cards face down. The sound is small. Final. The audience inhales as one. Johnny, voice low, you first. Whoopi leans back. Crosses her arms. The blazer pulls tight across her shoulders. Whoopi, I asked you here because the bookers said ratings. I said yes because I thought you'd play nice. Dance the old dance. But you're not dancing. Johnny, a half smile, bitter, I'm done with choreography. Whoopi, then talk. Not to me. To them. Nods toward the dark beyond the lights, tell them why you're really here. Johnny's gaze drifts to the audience. Faces blurred by glare. Phones up. Recording. He exhales through his nose. Johnny, you want the why? Fine. I'm here because I woke up one morning and realized the story they sold about me was tighter than any script I ever read. Villain. Addict. Wife beater. Pick your flavor. And every time I tried to really speak, they turned the volume down. Or sped it up. Or cut to commercial. He leans forward. Elbows on knees. Rings clink against the glass table. Johnny, so yeah. I'm tired. Tired of being the cautionary tale with a SAG card. Tired of watching people who never met me write my obituary in real time. Whoopi, quiet, and you think torching this stage fixes that? Johnny shrugs, maybe not. But silence didn't. The camera pushes in. His eyes are bloodshot. Not from drink. From holding back. The mic picks up the rasp in his throat. Whoopi, you sued for defamation. Won. Lost. Won again. That wasn't silence. Johnny, that was paperwork. This, gestures at the studio, this is breathing. A beat. Whoopi's fingers drum once on the armrest. Tap. Like an echo of his earlier rhythm. Whoopi, you ever think maybe the truth isn't yours to own anymore? You gave it away. Piece by piece. Interview by interview. Red carpet. Rehab. Courtroom. You fed it. Johnny, voice cracks, just slightly, I fed them what they ordered. Never the whole meal. Whoopi leans in, then serve it now. No filter. What's the part they never got? Johnny looks down. At his hands. The rings. The scars. The camera follows. A close-up on knuckles white from gripping the chair. Johnny, barely audible, the part where I believed them. When they said I was done. When they said I deserved it. When I almost handed them the knife. The studio is too quiet. Even the AC seems to pause. Whoopi, soft, you didn't. Johnny looks up, eyes wet but fierce, no. But I stood at the edge. And they filmed it. Sold tickets. Called it entertainment. He turns to the lens now. Full frame. No escape. Johnny, you want the monster? Here. I hated her. I hated me. I hated the mirror. I said things I can't unsay. I broke things I can't unbreak. But I never, voice rises, raw, I never stopped trying to crawl out of the hole they kept digging deeper. His chest heaves. Once. Twice. The mic trembles with it. Whoopi, after a long beat, and now? Johnny wipes his face with the heel of his hand, now I stop digging for them. Silence again. Thicker. The kind that makes the control room sweat. The floor director's hand hovers over the kill switch. Doesn't press. Whoopi looks at him. Not the host. Not the brand. Just Whoopi. She reaches for the water. Doesn't drink. Just holds it. Whoopi, quiet, you know they'll clip this. 10 seconds. Johnny Depp meltdown. That's all they'll see. Johnny smiles, small and real, let them. 10 seconds of truth is more than they'd had in 10 years. The camera holds. His face fills the screen. Unfiltered. Unshaven. Unapologetic. Then movement. Slow. Deliberate. Johnny stands. The chair scrapes. The sound is deafening in the hush. He doesn't look at Whoopi. Doesn't look at the audience. Just walks. Past the lights. Past the boom mic toward the wing. The camera follows. Can't help it. His boots echo. Once. Twice. Then nothing. Whoopi stays seated. The glass of water untouched. Ice melted. A single droplet slides down the side. The tally light blinks. Once. Twice. Then. Cut to black. No graphics. No voiceover. No apology. Just the echo of footsteps. Fading. Then the feed dies. Later. The internet ignites. Clips surface. Grainy. Vertical. 10 seconds long. I stood at the edge. Let them. 10 seconds of truth. You want the monster? Here. The full episode never airs. Pulled within minutes. But the fragments spread. Unstoppable. Headlines scream. Depp walks off Whoopi live. The interview they couldn't finish. He said the quiet part out loud. In the empty studio, long after the crew's gone, Whoopi still sits. The lights are off now. Just the ghost glow from the exit sign. She stares at the vacant chair. The indentation's still warm. She picks up the glass. Finally drinks. The water's flat. Room temperature. She sets it down. Carefully. Whoopi, to no one, well. Damn. The mic is off. But the room remembers. Outside, the city hums. Phones buzz. Notifications cascade. Inside, the silence lingers. Not empty. Full. Of everything that was said. And everything that wasn't. The red light is dark. But the truth? It just went viral.